The woman merely bent down to help a child pick up a toy from the ground, only for the passing prince to mistake her gesture for an attempt to seduce him. It turned out that 3 days prior, he had seen the woman dance to charm his younger brother. Though his brother had fallen head over heels for her because of it, the prince had written her off as a greedy gold digger. He deliberately insinuated in front of everyone that the woman was overly scheming, and urged his brother to stay far away from her. Little did he know, these words had made the woman harbor bitter resentment toward him. The truth was, she cared nothing for the prince's wealth and status. Her only goal was to take revenge on the noble princess of the imperial family. 3 years ago, she had been the most renowned painter in the entire kingdom. But to steal the limelight and make a name for herself, the princess had forcibly seized all her paintings, and even ordered her men to break the woman's fingers, robbing her of the ability to paint ever again. Worse still, the woman's stepmother and stepbrother not only refused to help her, but even took bribes from the princess, promising to silence her and keep the truth from ever coming to light. Left with no other choice, the woman set her sights on the prince's younger brother. She knew full well he was pure and guileless, and if she became his wife, she would gain the power and status she needed to exact her revenge on the princess. So she deliberately performed a dance at the royal banquet, and sure enough, the prince's younger brother fell for her at first sight. But this only made the princess furious, convinced the woman had stolen her thunder. As the woman was about to leave, the princess deliberately tripped her, sending her stumbling uncontrollably straight into the prince's arms. The princess had been certain that the cold, aloof prince would severely punish the woman for this. But what no one knew was that the prince had fallen in love with the woman long before this. When he learned she had set her sights on his brother, he was consumed with burning jealousy. He tracked her down and threatened her to stay away from his brother. But in the heat of their argument, the prince accidentally pressed down on her old wound, causing her blood to drip onto the venomous goo worms that suppressed the deadly poison in his body. This fateful accident bound them together in an instant. From that day on, they could feel every physical sensation the other experienced, and the prince would die a brutal death if he did not drink the woman's blood every 7 days. To make matters worse, right around this time, the prince's younger brother announced his decision to marry the woman. Blinded by jealousy, the prince stormed straight into the woman's chambers, and left his mark on her by drinking her blood, staking his unshakable claim over her. Meanwhile, the princess flew into a rage when she learned the woman had been growing close to the prince lately, for she saw through her plan, and knew the woman was trying to gain power to take her revenge. In a cruel bid to eliminate her rival, she ordered the woman to kneel in the freezing snow, intent on letting her freeze to death. The woman had clung to the hope that the prince's younger brother would be the first to come to her rescue. But just as her vision blurred and she was on the brink of passing out, it was the prince who appeared before her.